Now, your Alaska Link weather for Anchorage and South Central.
As we talk about rounding off the month of April this week and head into May, we are going to hang on to these wet weather conditions as we are watching that we'll have periods of rain showers, keeping a bit gloomy here to end off the month and start up a new one. We'll also note that with the gloomier skies, we will stay slightly cooler than normal, noting that we hover just around 50 degrees, but this time of the year, as we get that higher sun angle, we start to see that average temperature really bump up, and we're going to stay pretty steady at least for this week, but we'll keep an eye on next week as there is some potential of some drier conditions, and if we have those drier conditions, that could mean brighter skies as well as some of those warmer temperatures. But for now, it's all about those wet conditions. Quickly looking at the Dewey's marine forecast here, we are noting that we also have some increased winds for our Tuesday, so some marine headlines in play as we do see some southeasterly winds even up to at least 20 knots, and noting that there also will be some of those rising seas. We'll see that in the Anchorage area, the Tuesday almanac brings a morning low of 37 and an afternoon high of 49. Again, not far off from those averages, but noting that the afternoon does hold there below that average of 53 due to there being that lack of sunshine and being inundated with these rounds of some spotty rain showers. So we'll keep an eye on those shower chances moving through, keeping with those gloomy skies. We'll also note that there will be, again, not only some breezy winds for those marine forecast areas, but also noting that at times, even in the Anchorage Bowl in the valley, we'll be feeling some of those gusty southeasterly winds, and those, as they move through some of those lower elevation areas, they can send in some of those stronger gusts. So we do note areas like Whittier, Cordova, Palmer, Anchorage, all bringing into the potential of some of those gustier conditions. We also even highlight there the Copper River Basin. Now, as we look at the forecast here, what we see is that there is going to continue to be these ejections of waves lifting their way into the South Central. So noting that you get some pockets of some downpours here and there. There is some breakup at times, but even as we head into Wednesday, just as it looks like we might be trying to dry out, there's that next round that's going to increase to some of that rainfall accumulation, and really noting that we keep the heaviest, again, still Gulf coastally, but we will see that inland spots will continue to see their renewed chance of bringing in some light rain showers, noting accumulations anywhere from at least up to 1/10 of an inch to 1/4 of an inch as we roll through Wednesday, and looking at a couple of inches for our Gulf coastal communities. Not saying too much when it comes down to those bright sky conditions, but we have climbed over 16 hours of daylight now into Anchorage. Again, we are going to stay slightly cooler than normal, but try to continue to flirt with 50 degrees for our inland spots. Our coastal regions will be just around those lower 40s, and much of this week is going to be a bit of that rinse and repeat forecast, sounding a bit more like a broken record, where inland will battle those scattered showers, keeping temperatures upper 40s to lower 50s, heavier potential for Gulf coastal communities, and then we'll keep an eye on some potential drying as we head into our first weekend of May.